On MSNBC. We also have joining us right now Senator Barbara Boxer, who's a Democrat from California and very much involved in this dispute. Let me start with Andrea, my colleague. It seems to me that they were under some pressure, I don't know where it came from, to make this decision to no longer fund Planned Parenthood screenings for breast cancer, which are extremely popular with women, especially women of limited means. It's a very comfortable place to go to Planned Parenthood. It's like a clinic. It's a real public service. And for them to drop their support for that because some right-wing congressman is messing around with them with some kind of hearings was a pretty thin reed on which to build their case.
That they didn't make the case that this was a real investigation. It seemed to be a sham. That's what critics said. There were also some suggestions from people close to the Komen organization that there were other state investigations. Well, they never made that case either. And then when Ambassador Nancy Brinker came and talked to me yesterday on the program, she came with another explanation, which was that they wanted direct referrals. So they had a credibility problem with their constituency, and I think it's wise that they apologized and reversed themselves so quickly.
Well, Nancy Brinker told you yesterday that she was upset by the questions of whether this was a political decision by them. Let's listen to her.
I'm troubled that it's been labeled as political. This is not a political decision. We operate from one set of standards every day, and it is to our mission. And if we don't advance and revise and make grants that meet the mission and bring real care to vulnerable populations, we won't be doing our job.
Senator Boxer, it's great to have you on as always. What were the pressures coming from the pro-choice people that really seem to have reversed this decision lickety-split overnight?
Can I just say, pro-choice, not pro-choice, this is about screenings for breast cancer. There's no room for politics in this at all. And we all know we face attacks on a woman's right to choose. It has nothing to do with that. And I had the privilege of being on Andrea's show yesterday and today, and I made the point, this is just the tip of the iceberg of the right wing going after women's health. They are even going after birth control. And I thought that all was resolved in the 60s. So we are very happy. We in the United States Senate, who sent a letter, there were about 25 or 26 of us, men and women, who said to the Komen people, please reconsider this. And they did, and I'm very pleased that they did.
Well, the question still, we don't really know what pressures or what politics or whatever played the hand in letting Nancy Brinker out of nowhere say we're not going to do business anymore on these critical issues of breast cancer screening with Planned Parenthood. We don't know what, nobody knows yet.
I personally do not know. I do know that
we don't
Planned
know,
Parenthood
we
has
can
had
get
a target on their back. Well,
you want to guess? Go ahead, Senator. Make your speculation. What do you think's behind this decision that caused this uproar?
Well, I think we can surmise that there was far-right pressure on Komen to drop all support for Planned Parenthood and stop those grants. There's no other explanation. They did say that very first day, under investigation, and anyone who knows these quote-unquote investigations are really political in nature. We know that there are members of the House and the Senate who tried very hard to destroy Planned Parenthood. In the last budget, we were able to stop it in the Senate. So I think we know that it is political. But the people out there who looked at this got really disturbed about it. They rose up on all the social media, men and women of goodwill, different political parties, and they just said, stop it. You have to separate out your politics from the need to find a cure for breast cancer and prevent it.
Well, Andrew, yesterday you interviewed Michael Bloomberg. Well, that's early today. I love the way he handled this. He offered a matching gift donation of up to $250,000 to Planned Parenthood to make up for what they look like they're going to lose. He said politics should not be at play in these organizations. Let's watch Mayor Bloomberg here for a minute.
I think health care is at the top of the list of things we have to worry about. I don't think politics should enter into it. I don't know what got the Komen Foundation to make their decision. I'm glad they reversed it. But the bottom line is Planned Parenthood is an organization that was providing a great service in terms of screening for breast cancer, and they do a lot of other things as well. I have no idea why the Susan Komen Foundation did what they did or why they reversed it. I'm I'm just glad that in the end they came to the right decision. They will continue to fund Planned Parenthood. I will continue to support both organizations, and I would urge everybody else to do it.
Well, Race for the Cure is one of the most dazzling things that goes on every year. You've been involved. I mean, I saw it down in Florida. All these people out. They painted one of the bridges down there in Palm Beach pink to honor the day. Tell us about, is that going to revive and come back after all this?
I think that there is some damage that has to be repaired, but I think that the institution, decades of participation by men, women, children, survivors and supporters alike, just has to go on. This is a global organization now, and we've seen the first Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure around the old city of Jerusalem, with Arab and Israeli women running together in a cause, and the mayor of Jerusalem running in the race, and Nancy Brinker as well. So there is a vibrant community here, and the social network media has certainly proved that that is instantaneous, it's passionate. And one of the reasons it's so passionate is, as Senator Boxer could tell you, when you run in one of these races and when you are thinking about people you've lost, and I mean, now I'm thinking about myself, but more about the community and about children and,
my friend,
and others
you've been
whom
through
you see.
this.
And
you're allowed to have emotion. Your last thought on this, Barbara Boxer, is this going to be okay for the Race for the Cure, which we're watching a picture of right now?
I think everyone's going to come together after this. It was a lesson for everyone, and we have to take politics and take it out of this, because, you know, Republicans and Democrats and independents, every one of us, whether we vote, we don't vote, whether we're pro-choice or not, we know someone who's been touched deeply by this. I sit here and I think about Andrea, and I think about the wife of my friend Harry Reid, who is going through this now, and I could say we have to work together, period. And I think what happened with this apology was a recognition that we won't find a cure if we start fighting over things. Let's just work together. Let's get this done.
Great strong words there from Senator Barbara Boxer of California. Thank you, Senator, and thank you, my friend Andrea Mitchell.